Hey guys, Susanna here. I'm back again. It's in November month, block of the month. We are doing a gorgeous little hedgehog. It's taken me a while to get to this point. Now, I have got, here's what the kits, and they're nice and flat, so I might even be able to post them fairly lightly. So I've got, I'm going to be putting them on Etsy. I'm in the process of, maybe next year sometime, I'm going to have a website, and I managed to finally get the money 2 months later. So I thought, out of Etsy and eBay, Etsy is just easier to work with, and you guys know me on Etsy, so I'm going to be putting this kit on Etsy and any other preceding kit on Etsy, and slowly over time take the stuff off eBay and put it on Etsy. So and then I have my website, and then everything will go onto that. I just think it's a lot easier for me to control that way. Okay, now in the kit, it's adorable. Here's the pattern, and I've got my very first block of the month, which was the robin, had this fabric, and it had quite a big piece, but I had enough. I've got 17, I think, and you get these bits and pieces to make your thing, and it's nice and flat, so, which is really good. I'm going to go like that. I think I end up folding that in half, but yeah, they're all a little bit different. As you can see, mine has got the flowers coming over the top, this has got the flowers on the side, so you can utilize it in your own way. So yeah, I've got to still take photos, so I'll keep that, but he is a cutie. So what I'm going to do, it's really hard to, when you've got a design and then you're going to try and make that design into a an embroidery. So actually, I need that. He looks a little bit cross-eyed, but he's not. It's just the highlights. I've already pre-stitched those because they're black on back, and it's really, really hard to see. I think I did a running stitch or even a stem stitch. I'm going to probably embroider some of this as well because I just really quite like it. And I love that I've got this. This is from a men's shirt, and it's got these little things on there. There's just going to be a heck of a lot of straight stitching. So also the last couple of videos were of making my little cottage. I always do the block of the month at the start of the month, so I haven't forgotten, but as you can see, there's still a lot of stitching. So I'm going to go to my craft group on this coming weekend and proceed to do a lot more of the stitching. I mean, I haven't done that, and I haven't done that. The roof's done. Both roofs are completely done. The back is nearly done. I've just got to finish off some of these little berries, put some flowers in that. Same with this. And then I've got to, completely stitch. I've started doing the yellow a little bit. So I'll take it with me to my craft group, and then the next one I will show you, but I might even show you how I put the cardboard in. So I just love it, and I've had very positive feedback from that, so which is really good. Excuse me, I'm just having a cup of tea. Oh yeah, nothing like a good cuppa. Okay, so we are going to get started, and with this I'm just going to do a running stitch. This is a very fine fabric, but it does work. I've got a lot of it. I've got a big massive roll of it, so I thought I needed white for his face. And I'm also going to be having a fair bit of, I needed a solid background because you can see underneath they are actually quite, like they got brown and then they've got the white and the sort of browny quills, quite a lot of them. So I've just roughly drawn there, and I'll probably do the same around here. I might do some of the white, and he's going to have it, you know, just a lot of straight stitches this month, so not hard, but yeah, quite, you know, which is good, nice and easy. Not nice and easy. We'll have a bit more variety when it comes to doing that. Now I've got so much stuff on the go, my poor brain. Someone's revving up a car out there. Yeah, my poor brain is like, oh, I'm so done. I'm currently working on a advent calendar and I'm recording that. So what I'm going to do here, because I've Liza fixed it, I might just do, I don't know whether, I might just do a quick little whip stitch on the edge, but I don't even know whether I need to do that. I'm probably just going to do a lot of the white thing. So yeah, it's just so fine. That's the beauty of when you put the heat and bond and the Flies-A-Fix, it really does. I've been doing make a difference. Finish my sentence, Susanna. I've been doing so much slow stitching lately where you don't put that stuff on, but it does make a difference because it really holds it down. Oh yeah, good, good, good. Okay, now actually I might do the ear. I think I'm just going to do a whole heap of just straight stitches and that will hold it down. I don't think I need to sew around the edges. I'll do the ears and then just do a running stitch around the ears. It's so cute. So cute. I love little hedgehogs. I think they're beautiful. I might even use this because that matches that pretty well too, so I'll get a fair bit of it. And then do a running stitch on the body. Having this pattern on there sort of gives it a bit of a guide of where you can stick some of your quilly stuff. Now, what was I saying about the advent calendar? I've got so much stuff on the go. I've got a advent calendar that I got from Lisa Maddock. The pattern on there, but it's completely different. Like it's almost like my own pattern now, but it was just I got inspired by her pattern, and I'm going to be making it with men's shirts and shirt pockets and vintage fabrics, and the actual base of it is an old curtain that I got from my niece, which is awesome. So it's all you know, using what you've got, which is awesome. Because I use a lot of men's shirts, and you know, you cut it up and then you're left with these little pockets that you're like, what am I going to use them for? So yeah, quite a good idea. It's quite stiff when you got a few layers. So we're just going to be running around that. Some of the pictures I've seen of hedgehogs on Pinterest, they are so cute. They look like they're smiling. We've got porcupines, which is Australian, like Australian hedgehog, but we don't have, we've got porcupines and echidnas, which are very cute. That's sort of like the Australian version of the these little guys. Okay, leave that, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of this just so it's not so you can't see it. Cool. And then go to the other ear. Okay. Hopefully I'm not into too much shadow. The weather is actually starting to warm up now, which is good. Especially in November, it can get quite warm. It gets quite warm in November and then sometimes cools down a little bit in December, and then really hot again in January and February, all the way up until April sometimes. But they reckon we might be in for a wet summer, which means humidity. Ugh, don't like humidity. Okay. Which it gets quite humid in Queensland, but in Victoria it has been. We've had some humid days. It's usually not that. It's more of a dry heat in Victoria. But the last few summers we've had quite a few humid days. Okay. Almost need some music for me to listen to while I'm stitching. Now, so I'll go with the white. I'm just going to do a lot of, I might do a few long ones because the hair here, it's quite long, so I'll do quite a few long strands and then do some short strands in between. Here it's all a lot of short strands. So yep, second last one for the year. Okay, now I'm going to go back up through. I think I need a fan on. It's rather warm. Okay, here we go. So I'll just do a bit of a running stitch. Try not to go too close to the edge. Actually, for this, I might just do like a little, what I usually do, because it's going to help with the layering effect of getting it to look like, you know, porcupine hair quills. So it's really hard for you guys to see the colour in that. Oh, maybe a bit of a hot flush. Okay. He's so cute. Like all the little guys, I loved my little Bambi. He was rather cute. Baby dear. Okay. So what I'm going to do is maybe pause, because it's none too exciting you watching me stitch around these babies. So I'm just going to do that. So you do the running stitch along here, and then this little stitch along here, which is starting to give it that, where that's all we're going to do along there. Now on here, got this, like he's sort of got a face within a face, so I might get my little white gel pen, and I'm gonna sort of go around that a bit because I want to. And then he's got the cutest little, like, he's got a little mark along here on his nose, and then you've got little nose there, and then we've got that along there, and then I'm going to have a dot here, and he's got quite a bit of a dot there, so he's starting to look a little bit more like a there we go. I'm going to probably do a bit of a mouth there. So I want to have, it's got a little bit white here. Can't help it, it's the artist in me. That does that. Okay. And then that sort of starts with the, you know, the white long bits here. So these little things here are going to be, they're sort of where his nose is. And I've got it, I'll just do a little stitch, probably in a little bit of a darker colour, but I know I need that little, that border. Okay. I just don't want him to look too cross-eyed, which it can do. Okay. Oh, he's cute. I might do, in the picture here, it's got this little white bit, I might make that pink, so it's got like a little tongue sticking out. Okay, now, so I'll pause. Here we go. Oh, isn't that cute? And I'll just finish the stitching and I'll be back. Back again. Okay, I've done all the stitching around here, and I might use these little lines here as a bit of a guideline. I've sort of thought I'm just started stitching this browny colour here. That's why I've drawn that there. It's sort of like a lighter colour, and then I'm going to go into a little bit of that over the top, and then I will go into the brown. Now for these, and stitch around the eyes, but leave the white and the brown as is. The feet, I will probably just do a tiny little slip stitch just to hold them down. But as for this, what I'm just doing here, I just gave it a bit of a go. I'm going to, and it doesn't matter if they're not super close together, stitch just tiny little what are these called, satin stitches, but I might, you know, go one a little bit higher, one a little bit lower, so it's almost going to be a bit like a long and short stitch, because we're going to be putting the next colour into that as well. So it's going to be a bit about layering this little guy in order to get him to look like what you want him to look like. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yep. So a little satin stitch. Then Now, for the sake of tutorial, I'm going to get another one. This is sort of like a white, bit of a lead up to a sort of like a white and brown mixed in together. Okay. Variegated thread. But I just drew that as a bit of a line guide, which is what I want. Sort of a little bit darker, and then it's going to be a bit lighter, and then go into the dark again, because that's just how this little guy looks. I might start this lighter colour in the corner. And then, because it's quite a bit lighter, it's almost whitish when we get here. Okay. Then we are going to sort of go into just a bit over the line. Quite a bit of thickness, so sometimes it gets a bit tricky getting these. So go over the line a little bit. Okay. Now these are fairly close together, but they don't have to be quite this close together. See, now we're coming into the lighter thread, which I quite like, because that's what fur is like. It's a little bit patchy in places. So it's going to be a little bit closer together in this round a bit, but then when we go into here, I'll go in between there, and then it'll be a lot more patchier, like as in a wider apart. Show you in a minute. Yeah, the pattern always looks a little bit funny to begin with, but once you start stitching and adding a few layers, it looks rather cute. Like I said, not hard, just a whole heap of straight stitches. Oh, he's so cute. Cute. And then we're going to get the brown, and we'll go in between that, like I did there, sort of fairly close, and then it'll broaden out and sort of go in between there, and then I'll do white quite big. See, these ones are quite big. So here's a bit of an idea of what you can see that it's going to look. And this is a variegated thread, but if you don't have to get a variegated thread. I have got it, so you just get something like that colour, and then maybe even that colour, or a lighter colour. Up to you. I don't particularly want to start with the brown just yet, because I'll have too many threads going at once now. But I will get you to do some homework. Now get your gel pen. I think your white would be better. Now I just want to use those as a bit of a guideline of where the quills are going to go. Sometimes there's empty spots. Okay. just flick. Now when we get to here, I probably will go further out, and we sort of want it to go, it sort of goes in different angles. So I find, like when I made the box, it is easier if you do this. It gives you, like, you'll just stitch where the lines are. So, and it is an awful lot, but not hard. And I might even use some of this like underneath. So what I'll do with these, I'm going to put a darker colour underneath, and then I'm going to probably use a combination of these two. The white. See, it's got, this is white, but it's got a tiny little bit of brown in it. So just flick. And use those little swirly things as a bit of a guide of sort of the angle that you're wanting to go on. Might do all of it, that way you can see. What you're needing. These are great, these gel pens. So there is a lot, but I'm making them fairly big so that, you know, you're not going to be there forever and a day. And if you can't be bothered doing too much of the stitching, you can always, because this is sort of like a gel pen, see, there we go, look at that, sort of fill in the gaps in between, because it's fairly structured. I'm just going to go in between, and which makes it a little bit more random, you know what I mean. Okay, this one there, you're probably really picking. Oh, he's cute. I like it. But once some of those bits stick off out over the edge, which I really do want to, I'm going to do some white bits. But see how the layered looks really good. So in his nose, I'm going to do the sort of like an off-white on that little shadow there. But these little bits, I'm going to do a French knot and a line, and I might do it in maybe even this browny white colour, just because I don't, it's the, I'm trying to get the holes. I might even do it in this colour. They're the little holes, and then I'm going to have this cute little pink mouth, which I think will look just adorable. Actually, what I'll do, my little black pen, and do the little mouth like what he's done there. There we go. So we know where to stitch. Because often you do see them with their little tongues sticking out. Okay, well there you go, guys. So that's your homework, doing all that, and basically remember, you know, the 3 layers, the brown, then the browns goes into there, and then use this as your guide. These are quite big stitches, you know, you can't see the white on here, which, you know, that's why I've got the white. But, yeah, so just do with it what I have done there. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next video, where you'll see a lot of that finished, and then we'll probably work on doing this. This is where I've got all these yellows and that. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.